Hello everybody, welcome to the show. Just playing a little classical guitar. I just really like the sound of the classical. It's fun to play. Yeah, it's got such a good vibe to it, doesn't it? How are you all doing? How was your week? This week has really been a long week. There is so much. This whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing, I feel like it's so much more than Kyle, right? It's so much bigger than Kyle. This is really them trying to maintain that people who voted for Trump are white supremacists. People that defend themselves are white supremacists. Somehow a white guy defending himself against and killing, he did kill 2 people, but it was in self-defense as far as I'm concerned. It has nothing to do with race at all, but for some reason they are trying to link it to white supremacy. I'm not really sure how it works. And these people that are flipping out on the other side, they're seriously honoring the people that he defended himself against. I'm not joking. Look at this picture. I saw this online and what? Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum, are being treated like heroes somehow. Like, what? Why? On what level are these 2 guys heroes? One abused women, choked them. The other was a pedophile and I don't know if he fully sodomized boys. He would date single mothers and hurt their kids. This is these guys are not good men. They're not even men. I think they're children that grew up and never became adults. And now these people are idolizing them. This is a problem. This is really this is a serious issue. Why are these people being idolized? Why are they treating them like some sort of saints? Now there's people on the other side that are saying Saint Rittenhouse, which I don't agree with because I don't want to idolize anyone. I don't want to. I think that's silly when you start doing that, putting people on pedestals. No one should be on a pedestal. I don't want to be on a pedestal. I have a show and you guys show up and support me, but that doesn't mean I should be treated differently. I'm a human being. I make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all have emotional outbursts, and all the dark side of being a human comes along with that. But these two guys, they made terrible choices. One of them said that if he finds Kyle alone, he's going to kill him. The other one actually attacked. Rosenbaum actually reached and tried to grab his gun from him, which he probably would have used against him. This kind of thing is just sick. These people are unhinged. And they're treating it as though they need to be used as an example somehow. It doesn't make sense to me. And I have a tweet of them talking. Where is it? Where is this tweet at? Let me find it, because here it is. Look at this. Look at the way that. Where is it? Here we go. Look at this. This is some. Whatever, they, them, theirs. Okay, so pronouns in the bio should tell you everything about this. Kenosha shooting, fact check. If Anthony Huber and Joseph Rosenbaum did not intervene, 17-year-old far-right Kyle Rittenhouse would have killed more people, taking an assault rifle heading to the crowd of anti-fascists and black people is not to be taken lightly. They saved people. What? What? This is insane. This is where their minds are at. They're thinking that Kyle is some sort of mass murderer? No. He was there to help. He was there to defend property against rioters that were burning down Kenosha. Newsflash, Kenosha was being burnt down. They were burning property. In fact, it had been going down all summer. Do you forget of 2020? These people seem to think that if you're on their side, you can burn anything down. You can kill somebody. they seem to think that it would have been justified if they killed Kyle, which they had all intents of doing. They admitted as such. Rosenbaum said, if I catch any of you alone, I'm going to effing kill you. That was testified in court last week. This week, it's been a long couple of weeks. But this is a problem. And I also want to address something on the internet. This may be an even more important issue. People are claiming that this was based off of Tim Pool and myself from the Timcast IRL era. And I must say, how dare you? That person looks nothing like me at all. First off, I cut my hair off. All right, my hair's short now. And how dare you? Because this is a terrible person. Does that look like me? Chat, tell me, does that look like me at all? I'm sorry. I have to address this because this is absolutely insane. Of course I do not look like this person. I'm being tagged in so many of these posts. Really? You think I look like this person? Anyway. You can see it? No. Stop. Chat, how dare you? I'm cutting the stream off. No more show. I'm done. I'm cutting it off. You guys are terrible. Anyway. I can't believe this idolization of these two guys, though. I'm sorry. I don't even know. This isn't even what I was supposed to be talking about today. I wasn't going to talk about these guys. I just saw the picture and I was like, I gotta talk about this because this is just insane. I mean, George Floyd was not a good guy. You know, that whole thing, it's like, man, how do I even, confront that? The dude held a gun to a pregnant woman's belly as he robbed her. It's a terrible person. You know, he died on a fentanyl. The person who got Chauvin got somehow intentional and unintentional murder charge. That's a political trial. Okay? That had nothing to do with Chauvin at all. That had everything to do with justice. Of course, I'm doing that with quotes for those who are just listening. And we're seeing a lot of that. And that's what this Kyle Rittenhouse trial is about. This is about quote unquote justice, equality, equity. They're trying to make it some sort of race issue. The dude was protecting himself. They were coming after him. He never had his gun pointed at him at all. Although the prosecution is trying their darndest to try to convince the jury that he showed his gun first. He was trying to prove that, or he had his gun aimed. It's like, no, actually, thanks to Jack Posobiec, there's a video of him running away with his gun down. He did not want to shoot. He didn't want to shoot. He was trying to get away from these people. He would have killed more people. God, man, these freaking people on the left are just unhinged. And they make no sense to me because they've got a screw loose. I don't care anymore. I'm starting to get frustrated with these types. All right? You know, I wanted to have a show about some fun stuff. So I'm talking about oxygen on the moon. I'm really excited about that article. It's really cool. I have an article. I'm going to make fun of Skyrim. Don't get me wrong. I love Skyrim. All right. But they're releasing yet another version of Skyrim. Oh my gosh. That horse has been beaten to death over and over and over again for some. Can you just do the next Elder Scrolls, please, Bethesda? Can you stop? Please stop. But new features, of course. They're trying to claim new features, and I will not be purchasing that game ever again. I have played it so many times. Great game, don't get me wrong, but I'm going to make fun of them. I have to. All right, so then you see in the title it says Soy Scouts. So the Boy Scouts, not only are they not Boy Scouts anymore, they're just Scouts because they started allowing women or girls in, so it's not a haven for boys to learn how to be boys, and which is a problem unto itself. I'm going to kind of mix these couple subjects together because the Boy Scouts allowing critical race theory into their whole, I don't know, agenda, I guess. Parents Magazine came out and said men have periods too. And this whole genitals thing, being women don't have vaginas anymore. They have frontal. Hold on, I don't even remember the term they used. Frontal canals. Frontal canals. I kid you not. That's what they're going on now. Embarrassing. That's I can't handle it. But I have a it's a paper written by a 13-year-old. It's actually the daughter of the Twitter user Gummy Bear. Now, if you don't know, Gummy Bear does some really in-depth deep dives on many different subjects, voting, COVID, all these different subjects, does great jobs of doing deep dives on stuff. You should definitely check out. I'll give him a shout out when we get to it. But his daughter's 13 years old and wrote a paper about the influence that she feels in schools, on social media, and what it's doing to her friends. And it's very eye-opening to hear from someone from that age, seeing what they're going through. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to get into it. And it's really interesting stuff. All right, so let's see here. First, let's talk about this the Soy Scouts. I meant Boy Scouts. Whatever. They're Soy Scouts. I used to want to be a Boy Scout. Now, I never was a Boy Scout myself. I was a little bummed when I wasn't. But, my life was, my childhood was different. I moved around a lot. To this day, I have never lived in the same place for more than 3 years. My entire life. And it's helped me become who I am. I'm very used to change, which is a good thing in a way. I love the idea of living in one spot. In fact, I have a house now, so in a couple years, I won't be able to say that anymore because I have a house and I love it. And I can't wait to live there for the rest of my life. I'm going to be, but it's interesting, but when I was a kid, I wanted to be in the Boy Scout. I loved being in the woods. I loved, cutting sticks with a knife and whittling and building dams in the rivers and just getting my hands dirty. My dad owned his own business in the trades. I was constantly learning from him, and my grandpa helped my dad start his business. So, I learned a lot of using my hands as a kid. That's one thing that I did learn as a child. Luckily, I learned it without being in the Boy Scouts, which, from what I know of the Boy Scouts, that's what it teaches. But now they're adding a new, they're announcing critical race theory as a requirement. Cool. The Scouting's latest requirement, merit badge, is chock full of critical race theory concepts. Of course, that will push the Boy Scouts further left. Great. For those to find a place that'll encourage the virtuous masculinity that is so often finds itself the target of our mainstream culture, has been left with a dwindling set of options. My family intended to guide my formation as a young man and instill traditional values when they put me in Cub Scouts in the first grade, supporting me all the way until I earned the rank of Eagle Scout in 2018. It worked. The time I spent in scouting certainly contributed to my sense of what is required of me as a man. To act on the moral duty I have to our nation, be capable of self-reliance, abide by the virtues that I believe come from a divine origin, and attain the skills that are needed to care and provide for those around me. Whoa, toxic masculinity. Everything on that list is now toxic. Self-reliance? What? No, you need the government. You will own nothing and be happy. That's what they want. They want Big Brother to provide everything for you. Self-reliance? My. That is the day of old. Today is the day of now. The new era. Build back better. We must provide for each other and have communism. Yikes. Socialism. Well, socialism can only work if it has a balance with capitalism. Without capitalism, free market, there tends to be elites that kind of take over. I don't know if you've studied history at all. Sweden actually has a very good balance currently. I mean, it could crumble at any time. We're, as Reagan said, we're one generation away from losing freedom. And I living through this past couple years, I believe that wholeheartedly, and I think we're seeing it if we don't fight for it. And I'm going to show you a couple things, but let's finish this here. My, despite the role scouting has had in my life, I've found myself coming ever closer to recanting the resounding yes I offered to my scoutmaster when, at the very end of my interview, leading up to earning my Eagle Scout, he asked me if I thought I'd one day want to put my sons in what still could be accurately called the Boy Scouts of America. I find myself similarly concerned for my younger brother, who is currently active in the troop I was once a part of, as the organization continues to bend to the culture that has grown increasingly hostile to its original mission. And honestly, that line, that paragraph there, you could take a step back. It's not just the Boy Scouts. There's a lot that this movement is becoming hostile towards. Traditions, nuclear families, wanting to have two parents. There's a long list. Being accountable for your actions. Yeah, absurd things to think about, right? Who could be how dare you want people to be accountable for their actions? Oh, my goodness. They're just fighting the system. Not only did the Boy Scouts end their identity as an exclusive male institution when they opened the organization to girls in 2019, they're also the latest to cave to the nationwide push for critical race theory, or as they and others euphemistically call it, diversity, equity, and inclusion. Critical race theory doesn't exist. It's not real. It's fake. It's made up term by the far right trying to stop people from learning about racism. Yeah, I'm all about teaching about the racism in the past, what we did and how we beat it and how we rose out of that era. Okay? Because we did. They're trying to not be accountable for their own actions and teach people to be able to do that. Here's this boogeyman to blame. You don't have to be accountable for your own actions. Here you go. There you go. Blame all the white people. Blame all the people that are different than you. My. At the very beginning of this month, the national organization announced a new merit badge entitled Citizenship in Society that will become a required merit badge for those pursuing the rank of Eagle Scout in July 2022. Citizenship in the world, citizenship in the nation, citizenship in the community are also required merit badges, each of which I quite enjoyed. So what's citizenship in society? According to the announcement, the merit badge, which was developed by Boy Scouts of America's Office of Diversity and Youth Development Office, will encourage Scouts to explore important topics around diversity, equity, and inclusion. Man, that term equity. They're talking about equity of outcome. That doesn't exist. You can't have that. You're not taking into account anything, all right? Humans are different. Some people are lazy. Some people don't want to do any work. Some people want to control others. Some people do want to work hard. And those people are going to work harder than others. So they're going to get more because they work harder. You can't have equity when you have people that are all different. We're all different. Humans are just different in general. And this diversity and inclusion, I mean, they're going too far and actually not including people under the guise of inclusion. Almost every story out there is about a powerful girl with a lesbian haircut who, goes along this hero's journey because it can't be a guy anymore. It has to be look at the Eternals. I mean, how is that doing it looks so boring to me, honestly. I haven't seen it. I'm not really interested in seeing it. From what I've seen from the Friday Night Tights guys, which are live right now, shout out to that show. They're absolutely fantastic. But that's really what we're seeing there. And everything seemingly is the same. It's so boring. These movies, they're not They're trying to tell you how to think. They're not giving you a fun story that'll take you along for a ride and let you fall in love with the characters. No, they're going, you need to think this way because this is the way society is. And if you don't, you're the problem. It's like, shut up. I don't want to be told how to think. Stop telling me how to think. It's frustrating. But now another thing that this is reminding me of is they're trying to indoctrinate kids. They're taking over the institutions that teach children how to be members of society. We're seeing it in schools. We're seeing it in the Boy Scouts of America. I mean, those are two huge things. First, it was just college. Well, man, if your kid goes to college, they get indoctrinated. Good luck to anybody whose kids going to college, because there's all these before and after pictures of just like normal looking human being coming out of college, purple hair. Nothing against purple hair, but I mean, you see purple hair and I'm like, you probably have pronouns in your bio, don't you? You got pronouns in your bio, don't you? And if you don't, that's fine, whatever. And look, hey, if you're an adult and you feel like you need to virtue signal, that's okay. Just know that people have the right to make fun of you for it. I don't have pronouns in my bio, and people have the right to make fun of me. Good riddance. I see people making fun of me in my chat. I'm cool with it. That just means I'm doing something right. Pissing people off, triggering people. Good. I'm fine with it. Get triggered. All right? I'm going to trigger more people as I go on. I'm sure they're going to get upset with what I'm going to be saying in a little bit about the LGBTQ pandemic. But this is written by a 13-year-old with her perspective on the whole movement. And it's very enlightening and very on point. And you'll see when I read it. Check this out, though. This is from Louder with Crowder. They got a great website, actually. If you don't know Louder with Crowder, what are you doing? They're amazing. I happen to know a really great producer that works on the show. He's very professional. Gotta love working with a professional producer. Quarter Black Garrett. And he's going to be joining me every Wednesday. We're going to be doing Quarter Black Wednesdays here on the Crigler Show. Very excited about it. It's awesome. I kind of want to do like a special Wednesday event every time he joins me because it's kind of fun. Maybe we can have some more people be joining us. But check this out. This is something that I saw. This is a 4-year-old child, by the way, holding a sign that says some men have periods too. And it's from Parents Magazine on Instagram. No joke. Here's the post. They have almost 1 million followers. Some men have periods too. If I can get it, so can you. Oh my gosh. No. Women have periods. Men do not. Men have a penis. Women have vaginas. That's it, period. There's nothing wrong with being a feminine man. There's nothing wrong with being gay. I don't have any issues with this. Some people do, but that's not me. Look, you do you. I don't care. When you start messing with kids, I have issues. When you're trying to teach kids that, they can cut off their livelihoods and forever stopping them from having children if they finally grow up. The human brain, if you don't know this, doesn't finish growing until the age of 24, 25. You're not an adult until you're 18, which, I look at 18-year-olds and I'm like, they're not adults. They're not adults yet. Okay, legally, you're an adult at 18, which it's like, man, I'm at this point. I'm in my late 30s, and I'm looking at myself when I was an 18-year-old. I thought I knew everything. I thought I knew everything at 25. I was wrong. I didn't even figure out my life until what feels like now. I kid you not, But these kids, this 4-year-old, look at this kid. He's smiling. He does not have any idea what it says on there. This guy has no idea. He has no idea what it says. Smile for the camera, Billy. I don't know if his name's Billy. Probably not, but this is ridiculous. Going out on a limb, I'll just read what the article says here. I think Parents Magazine assumed this notion of men getting periods was more mainstream. In reality, no. As promised, below are a few of the comments so you can see just how to touch the gender theory nonsense actually is. I left out their usernames on purpose, and this is just parents getting pissed. Leave kids out of it. Let them be kids. Boom. That's exactly my argument. Let them be kids. Thank you. That's what I want. We don't need to teach kids that they can have menstrual cycles if they want. Before the female counterpart even has menstrual cycles, right? I mean, what? Why are they teaching this to children? They're grooming them. They're curving them. Now there's this whole movement of MAPS trying to normalize minor attracted person. I think that's what it stands for, MAPS. Disgusting. They're pedophiles. Pedophile means you're attracted to kids. And there's a reason why people don't like pedophiles. This is all a big movement to do multiple things, right? There's some borderline conspiracy theory involved here. But I mean, you cut off a good amount of population from having kids by teaching them that they can be a different gender and cut off their livelihoods down there, or cut out their stuff and get a fake dick attached, which is an actual thing that you can do. When they're children, get hormone therapy, which I've read studies of just ruins people's bodies, because guess what? The body doesn't finish growing either until you're, in your mid-20s. These people are ruining people's lives. That they don't talk about that side of things. Carlin posted this earlier. This is boys have genitals, girls have frontal canals. I actually don't even know what this is from. I did ask, so I think someone might have responded at this point. Don't use vulva. Use external area, external pelvic area, or outside. Don't use vagina. Use frontal canal, internal canal, or inside. Well, don't use penis. Use genitals. Don't use breasts. Use chest. Don't use period or menstruation. Use bleeding. Why? Why? What is wrong with using the term penis for a penis? Huh? Or vagina for a vagina? These are actual scientific terms for what males have and what females have. Okay? Can we... But follow the science according to these people. Let me see if someone's answered this. No one's answered my question of where it's from, which is odd. I don't know where that last one is from, but I want to read this to you guys. I want to read this. This is from Gummy Bear's daughter. Okay, this is Gummy's Substack, gummybear737.substack.com. If you want to check him out, definitely big shout out to Gummy Bear, because he's got a lot of great deep dives on different subjects. But this was written by his 13-year-old daughter. And I'm going to read this to you guys. All right. The LGBTQ pandemic and mental health race. Wow. This sounds like it's going to trigger some things, isn't it? Yes, it probably will. So just to preface it, below is another article written by his 13-year-old daughter about living in a universe with so many crazy external pressures being generated through social media, the internet, and the current state of the culture. I know these things because we communicate well, and I try to take an interest in what she's thinking. Quick note, that's parenting right there. Being a part of your child's life, wondering what they're thinking, what they're going through, being involved with them to help them through things and to see what they're doing and how they're handling. That's parenting right there. I know that many parents avoid this by limiting access to social media, but I chose the opposite path. I can't protect her forever, so I'd rather explain things to her as she explores the digital world. Again, that's parenting. Snowplow parenting is how we got to this situation. Here, this is what a racist looks like. This is someone who you should shame for being a bully. That's what terrible dark corner of the internet some people live in. All right, avoid that zone if you can. Well, do it because you don't want to be over there. But talk to them. Life is harsh. Teach them that reality. That is being a dad. Okay? That's what a dad is. It's not nurturing. It's, hey, life sucks. Get used to it. Get yourself up and prep for it. This is awesome. I can't limit the people limit their access. No. They're just going to want them to get into it more and resent you for treating them like a child. Treat them like an adult. Treat them like a human being. I'm looking forward to being a dad. She previously shared her thought on wanting to get vaccinated. Why I wish I could get vaccinated. Whole nother subject. I'm not going to get into it. But an interesting read. But I'm going to stay on this subject. The LGBTQ pandemic and mental health race. If we were in the 90s, we'd probably be worrying about stranger danger, satanic rituals on preschoolers, and free drugs behind the school bleachers. Now parents have to worry about a completely different thing. The LGBTQIA plus 2, I think there's more things in there, and mental health awareness movements have become increasingly more popular over the years. Here's my thoughts on it. Remember, this is by a 13-year-old girl. First, let's start with the definition of the LGBTQ plus community. For those who don't know, it is a community of people who identify outside of the categories of heterosexual and cisgender, gender assigned at birth. It stands for lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual, queer, or questioning, intersex, I'm not too sure of this myself, neither am I, or asexual, people who identify as no sexual attraction. I think is absolute bullshit. The reason why I'm defining this is simple. This is what the definition is in its simplest form. But the LGBTQIA+ has expanded. Now there's more to keep track of than just these few. The part that is the most concerning is that technically anyone can create a new sexuality and claim it to be a part of the LGBTQ+. For example, I'm a huge fan of murder mystery novel visuals, or visual novels. Would that mean I'm now a murder mystery sexual? No, of course not. But if I wanted to, I could invent a whole new sexuality and call people bigots for not understanding it. When you put it like that, it shows how hard it is to define the LGBTQ+. There's also a big gender debate. Personally, I don't know where I stand on this, but I don't judge any opinions. But you can't shame people for not understanding what being outside the binary means. I agree with that. And for those, because, about that, you can't shame people. Because who cares what they think? If this is what you believe, then believe it and do it. That's you. All right? Why does it matter what everyone else thinks? Why are you trying to force everyone else? Guess what? That's authoritarianism. You're trying to force your ideology on everyone else. It shouldn't matter what everyone else thinks. And that says a lot more about those people than it does about me. Because I don't care what other people think. You can think whatever you want about me. And guess what? It doesn't matter to me. I would prefer people support me and like what I'm doing. And if you don't, that's okay. We're allowed. You're allowed to be upset with me. You're allowed to be upset with anybody. And I don't care. I don't need your validation to know that I'm working my butt off to be successful in this life. And no one's going to stop me. Oh, but you're blah, 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 this and that, riding some people's coattails. It's like, no, I had a great boost from a certain show I used to be on, and I'm doing my own thing. I'm going to continue doing my own thing, and I'm going to keep growing doing my own thing. I'm getting better and better at what I'm doing, and I don't need anyone's validation. And this is a huge thing. They need other people's validation. Anyway, I'm sidetracked here. I want to stay on this. And these are the big problems with the LGBTQ+. You can't call any queer person out for fear of being called a bigot. You can't ask questions or be wary of the detriments caused by creating a new dog crap sexualities without having essays written about how you hate the LGBTQ+. And I think it's sad. So many toxic SJWs are digging a hole for the LGBTQ+ and pulling them down into this endless hole of darkness. I also hate how in recent times, whenever something is LGBTQ+, it has to be so obviously sugar-coated and painted in the perfect light. If there's a gay character on TV, they always perfect and have a whole backstory on how they were bullied into a 17 psych ward visits, and all of this accumulates to my next point. The LGBTQ plus children online, and how to go about your child coming out, how to keep them safe from potential dangers. So let's start with, in my opinion, a list of the most toxic apps for your child or children to be on. I'm also a child myself, and I'm wary of the top few sites, having been on them myself and having some pretty icky experiences unrelated to LGBT whatever. Still weird stuff though. Discord. Surprisingly, Discord is on the top of the list. Discord is dangerous for a variety of reasons. Pedophiles, predators, constant talk of subjects such as suicide and mental health, pressure on friends of people who are venting, which means ranting their anger into a chat. To help the one venting, there's also the LGBTQ plus stuff. Now, I got to just make a little side note on Discord. I've had to deal with a lot of drama in Discord because I opened my own Discord last year, and I don't even go, I haven't been online, like visibly on my Discord in probably a year, because I don't, people get so upset and triggered over the stupidest things. I don't want to deal with it. There's still people out there that will come randomly in my chat. Oh, do you remember this person who you kicked out of your Discord? I'm like, I didn't do any of that. I have mods, and people were spending some stuff and getting all upset over nothing. And it's like, it is a toxic place. I almost deleted my Discord. Now I didn't, because, you know, it is still a place that I peruse for news and sometimes post some stuff if I'm feeling it. Facebook. Facebook is mostly here because it's notorious for also being dangerous. Predators, hackers, you know the drill. Facebook also has Messenger, which makes it hard to check. And also they have a human trafficking issue. I don't know, that they might not have known that as a 13-year-old, but that is absolutely the case. Twitter. This is funny. You either risk dying of SJWs or risk dying of the radical righties pushing QAnon. Of course, it's a joke. No hate on any SJWs or radical righties. It's such a dumb environment, and it is not real. Now, I use Twitter all the time. I tweet all the time, but I recognize that it's not a real place, and I recognize that there's only 2% of like the population who actually use Twitter or are on Twitter, let alone who use it. Like, who knows, right? But I do get a lot of my news and random sources of opinions over on Twitter. Parents, listen to me when I say this. Keep your children away from Discord. Shocking, actually. It's a dangerous app. I used to be on Discord and had been on it for more than a year. In that time, I found out that a moderator turned out to be a predator. No major harm was done to anyone, but he tried to groom a 16-year-old girl before he was outed. This app is actually so dangerous for so many reasons. Please keep your kids away from it. And if they have it, monitor it carefully. The biggest turning point for me was my cousin. I saw that on her TikTok page. She had stated the following: Vorkink. I don't know what that is, nor do I think I want to know. I don't want to explain it. This is, again, written by a 13-year-old. Lesbian, pronouns, he, they, he, but you're a lesbian. Logic. She's 10. This is a 10-year-old. This is a 10-year-old posting about kink. Some sort of, I don't know what vor is, vor kink. Do I want to know, guys? Did I write this? I did not write this. This is written by a 13-year-old who is a daughter of Gummy Bear, who's posted this on his Substack. So it's a very interesting perspective. So I just wanted to remind someone asked in chat. So no, it's not me. And I don't know what that is. That's disgusting from what I'm seeing in chat, if that's what it is. Wow. Anyway, she's 10. This girl is 10. All right, her cousin. My in real life friend identifies as lesbian. She's 12. I don't mind that, but she certainly acts weird about it. She makes a lot of passes towards people I know. It's icky. Yeah, you know what? I lived in New York, and I got hit on by guys a lot. It was like, yo, chill out. It's almost like they have a pass. Well, no, I'm allowed to because I'm gay. Like, no, it's It's not like in a good way, you know. It was kind of gross a bunch of the time. Like, no, I'm not. Ugh. Andy Dick tried to make out with me, like straight up, almost like he dove in, and I'm like, I had to push him away. I'm like, dude, no, ugh, gross. What? I'm serious. That actually happened at a party in New York. Let's see, where was I? And overall, it's stupid that we're trying to use LGBTQ plus to be cool. There it is. That's the key. They think it's cool. They think it makes them special. They think somehow they're special. Well, guess what? No one's special. You're not special because you're LGBTQ plus. I'm not special because I'm not. No one's special. Okay? Jeez. If you're gay or straight, I honestly don't care. This is a 13-year-old, by the way. I love it. I don't care. You could be gay, you could be straight, whatever. Just be an interesting person for me to talk to. If your child is doing this because they feel they need validation, make sure to spend time with them and let them know you care about them. This person, his daughter, I don't know her name, but you can tell that he was there for her. He talks to her. He treats her like a human being. He gave her the validation. Look, you're validated. She's validated already. She doesn't need it to be a part of this group. This is a 13-year-old's perspective, and she's nailing it. She is killing it because that is exactly it. You're not special. You're not cool suddenly because you're gay. Like, that doesn't make you different. You're just you. And you could still be an asshole. You could be cool. Anyone has the ability to be cool. You just have to believe in yourself and validate yourself. Oh, man. So on point, this girl. The mental health race, which I will refer to as MHR to save time, is a concept with the premise that mental health is a spectrum that varies from healthy to completely deranged. All right? People love to place themselves further on the spectrum than they actually are. And this isn't true only for Gen Z. I've heard so many millennials and Gen Z say, I think I have this disease because I show one symptom. I might be a hypochondria for some, but also for others love to share how traumatic their life is, as if it's a race to the top. It's like, what the heck is this? Mental health marathon? And you will know this is absolutely true if you follow libs of TikTok, because that is just a crazy Twitter account that you follow, and you see how true this exact thing is. I hate how everyone thinks mental health is cool. Honestly, used to think I had so many weird conditions because I would see this TikTok like, if you do this thing, you actually have a condition, and that makes you act crazy. I just so happened to do that one very generic thing, and I'd freak out, search up the symptoms, and go, never mind. The worst portrayals are the disorders seen as cute, such as anxiety, depression, and any psychotic borderline disorder. I am neurodivergent. No, you're just a weirdo. All right, everyone could be weird. Whatever. I don't care if I'm triggering people. Whatever. It's not really surprising. Again, this is from a 13-year-old. 13-year-old perspective here. The conclusion is people want to be the victim. And I can't be mad at that. Being a victim is associated with attention. Attention is absolutely lovely. I don't believe any person who claims they hate attention. They're just lying. Attention in small portions is great. Introverts will claim they hate attention. I think that's called being socially anxious, mate. I know lots of introverts, myself included, who love attention. Attention seeking is part of human nature. At the end of the day, parents just need to have regular talks with their kids without judgment. They need to be wary of what they talk about without infringing privacy. So at the end of the day, I think all of this can be avoided by communication. Also, by burning all the stinky cisgender heterosexuals. I'm joking, of course. That last line, though, the summary there, it's about attention. It's about being something to get anyone to look their way. Of course, oh, you're also neurodivergent? Oh, let me give you some likes. because you're just like me, and we're special with our neurodivergence. I can't think of any other example other than that ridiculous line. But that sums it up perfectly. They want to be victims. They want attention. They want to feel special. They want to feel a part of something, because life sucks. If you just drone on in life, it sucks and then you die. That's a line in one of my songs. What are you going to do? Yeah, life gets shitty and then you die. It's like, life is short. You have to learn how to validate yourself. You can't blame others. How do we do that? By being good parents, by teaching your kids, talking to them, helping them become strong-minded human beings that they don't need to succumb to this kind of stuff. It's an indoctrination tactic. You're a victim. You're a victim. You are oppressed. So you should join up with our team so our team gets stronger. That's really what it's about. They want to make their team strong with weak-minded people. It really doesn't make sense. They're all weak-minded, but they're all in their own different little spot. Yeah, I called them all weak-minded. Yes. Now, I'm not talking about the LGBTQ community as a whole, because I know very awesome gay people and bi people that are, happy and validated, and they don't need others to even know what their sexual identity is. Because that's not what they're about. That's not what their whole thing is. Because they have so much going for them outside of their sexual preference, which that doesn't matter to me. I don't care what your sexual preference is. You can be gay, whatever. Are you cool? Are you a good person? Are you striving to better yourself? Are you trying to do something for the community, or are you a nice person in general? That's really what matters to me, the character of a person. Martin Luther King talked about we should judge people on their character. That's what they choose to do. If you're gay, you didn't choose to be gay. That's just who you are. Okay, that's fine. Look, I have no problem with any of these people that identify as LGBTQ. I have a problem when you're forcing it on children. I have a problem when you're getting offended by someone that says, "Excuse me, sir," and you're very clearly born a man, and it's ma'am. Okay, you're getting triggered, and that says a lot more about you. You are just trying to be special. Well, no one's special. I'm not special. I'm not special. No one is. I'm so sick of this. I'm done talking about it. But shout out to Gummy Bear and his daughter, because that was written by his daughter, 13-year-old. And that just shows how awesome of a parent Gummy Bear is to his kids. I actually don't know if it's a guy or a girl, Gummy Bear. But great Twitter follow if you want to know. Definitely check out Gummy Bear. Let me show you guys just so you have it. It's Gummy Bear 737. Easy to find. Very, very awesome follow. Does very awesome deep dives. And you could see he asked his 13-year-old daughter to write down her thoughts on the constant LGBTQ pressure that exists on social media. And that's what I wrote. They didn't mod anything. Those are all her words. So that was 100% from a 13-year-old. Granted, I added my own to it. Okay, let's move on. Excuse me. Let's talk about space. Let's move on from the drama and talk about fun stuff. Let's talk about the moon. For those who don't know, today, in 1966, so today's date, obviously. On this day, in 1966, Buzz Aldrin took the first selfie in space. That's right, the first ever selfie. Look at that. Look how awesome that is. The first ever selfie. I want to go to space. I'll be in space one day. But I want to just say how awesome this article is. This is from space.com. I don't know if you know this about me. I like space. I'm a big fan of space. The moon's top layer alone has enough oxygen to sustain 8 billion people for 100,000 years. That's right. For 100,000 years. Look at this. Alongside advances in space exploration, we've recently seen much time and money invested into technologies that could allow efficient space resource utilization. And at the forefront of these efforts has been a laser-sharp focus on finding the best way to produce oxygen on the moon. Why? Because we are working on building a moon base there, and we're gonna be on the moon in probably 10 years. I think we're gonna be building this moon base, and this is huge news for that, because this means we're not gonna have to bring oxygen with us. We're gonna have oxygen sitting there waiting, being produced on the moon for us to just live there. So we're not gonna have to. We'll be able to grow everything. I mean, it's huge news. In October, this Australian Space Agency and NASA signed a deal to send an Australian-made rover to the moon under the Artemis program, with a goal to collect lunar rocks that could ultimately provide breathable oxygen on the moon. Although the moon does not have an atmosphere, it's very thin and composed mostly of hydrogen, neon, and argon. It's not the sort of gaseous mixture that could sustain oxygen-dependent mammals such as humans. That said, there's actually plenty of oxygen on the moon. It just isn't in gaseous form. Instead, it's trapped inside regolith, the layer of rock and dust, fine dust that covers the moon, moon's surface. If we could extract oxygen from the regolith, would it be enough to support human life on the moon? Oxygen can be found in many of the minerals in the grounds around us, and the moon is slightly made of the same, and the moon is mostly made of the same rocks you'll find on Earth. Minerals such as silica, aluminum, and iron and magnesium oxide dominate the moon's landscape. All of these minerals contain oxygen, but not in a form our lungs can access. On the moon, these minerals exist in a few different forms, including hard rock, dust, gravel, and stones covering the surface. This material has resulted from the impact of meteorites crashing into the lunar surface over countless millennia. Some people call the moon's surface layer lunar soil, but as a soil scientist, I'm hesitant to use this term. Soil, as we know it, is pretty magical stuff that only occurs on Earth, it has been created by a vast array of organisms working on the soil's parent material, regolith, derived from hard rock over millions of years. The result is a matrix of minerals which were not present in the original rocks. Earth's soil is imbued with remarkable physical, chemical, and biological characteristics. Meanwhile, the materials on the moon's surface is basically regolith in its original, untouched form. The moon's regolith is made up of approximately 45% oxygen, but that oxygen is tightly bound into the material or the minerals mentioned above. In order to break apart those strong bonds, we need to put in energy. You might be familiar with this if you know about electrolysis. On Earth, this process is commonly used in manufacturing, such as to produce aluminum. An electrical current is passed through a liquid form of aluminum oxide, commonly called alumina, via electrodes to separate the aluminum from the oxygen. In this case, the oxygen is produced as a byproduct. On the moon, the oxygen would be the main product, and the aluminum, or other metal, extracted would be potentially a useful byproduct. It's a pretty straightforward process, but there's a catch. It's very energy hungry. To be sustainable, there would need to be supported by solar energy or other energy sources available on the moon. Extracting oxygen from regolith would also require substantial industrial equipment. We'd need to first convert solid metal oxide into liquid form, either by applying heat or heat combined with solvents or electrolytes. And we have the technology to do this on Earth, but moving this apparatus to the moon and generating enough energy to run it will be a mighty challenge. Earlier this year, Belgium-based startup Space Application Service announced it was building 3 experimental reactors to improve the process of making oxygen via electrolysis. They expect to send the technology to the moon by 2025 as part of the ESA, or European Space Agency's in situ resource utilization mission. That said, when will we manage to pull it off? How much oxygen might the moon actually deliver? Well, quite a lot, as it turns out. If we ignore oxygen tied up in the moon's deeper rock material and just consider regolith, which is easily accessible on the surface, we can come up with some estimates. Each cubic meter of lunar regolith contains 1.4 tons of minerals on average, including about 630 kilograms of oxygen. NASA says humans need to breathe about 800 grams of oxygen a day to survive, so 630 kilograms oxygen would keep a person alive for about 2 years, or just over. Now, let's assume the average depth of regolith on the moon is about 10 meters, and that we can extract all the oxygen from this. That means the top 10 meters of the moon's surface would provide enough oxygen to support all 8 billion people on Earth for somewhere around 100,000 years. Now, that's just crazy. This would also depend on how effective we manage to extract and use the oxygen. Obviously, if it's going to last that long, we'll probably figure out a process. And honestly, a nuclear reactor on the moon maybe would be able to just, I don't know, give the power that's needed to actually do that. I think that's the future for now, until we figure out a new energy source, because it in itself isn't using a propellant, right? It's using radioactive rods to heat the water, which is, it's essentially an upgraded steam engine, right? So until we figure out a new process, instead of burning coal or using natural gas, having a nuclear reactor on the moon would probably be the best bet. I think we need to work on that. But all in all, very exciting stuff. I am still very excited about the Elden Ring that is coming soon. I was watching some footage of it yesterday. Someone was playing it. I'm very jealous. It's not the full game. It's just the server testing. Some of the higher up streamers were able to get a hold of. Fextra Life on Twitch was playing it yesterday, and I watched a little bit, and then I'm like, I don't want to watch this. I want to play it. I don't want to see anything. I don't want anything ruined for me. I want to go explore this game myself. It looks so good. It's going to have summoning. It's going to have invasions, just like Dark Souls. So it really is like an open world Dark Souls that it just looks incredible. I am really excited about this. But I too want to make fun of Skyrim. Guess what? There's a new Skyrim coming out. Skyrim Anniversary Edition. Oh my gosh. Seriously, another freaking Skyrim game. Everything you need to know. I don't need to know anything because I don't care. Skyrim has been out for 10 years now. This month, Skyrim Anniversary Edition will come to PC, PlayStation 5, Xbox Series platforms with a host of updates and additional content additions to bring it somewhat up to par with contemporary offerings. It's being released as part of the 10th anniversary celebrations. Yes, the game is really that old and has been released over and over and over again. They have just, come on, Bethesda. Can you stop updating this game and just make a new game? Everyone just wants Elder Scrolls 6, 7, Morrowind, Oblivion. This was 5, so it is 6. Elder Scrolls 6. Because Morrowind was 3, Oblivion was 4, Skyrim was 5. So where is Elder Scrolls 6? Come on, everyone wants a new Elder Scrolls. Please, Bethesda, stop. All right? If the people who've played Skyrim and wanted to play Skyrim because they haven't, have played Skyrim. Am I right? Chat. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? I don't know. It's a gaming talk, so not everyone here games. But Cripler just said, just like Rockstar with GTA 5. Yes. Can you please stop adding stuff to GTA 5? You guys broke it with that flying bike, all right? The game was not the same ever since that. You kind of ruined it. So can you just stop and make GTA 6, please? Please? All right? I don't remember the name of that flying motorcycle, but the first version was cool. The second one, not okay. All right? Everyone just rolls with that thing, and it's so stupid. Yeah, Elder Scrolls 15. If after you count the re-releases, yeah, Sejong, that's hilarious. All right, let's get into some super chats, guys. You guys know the deal. Robert Wild says, I hope this makes Betty smile and Dan and Francisco smile. I woke up, couldn't miss tonight. I see the doc Monday for my right knee. Be blessed, everyone. Right on. Okay, this is a bunch of super chats here. AmericaShirtsAreFirst.com with 4 super chats totaling $30. Thank you so much for that support. I see you're answering my question here. To answer your question, so to let everyone know, I asked them, I was like, look, are they made in America? I want to know if your shirts are made of America, because you're basically having me read out an ad for you, and I support companies that are made in America. And this is the answer here. It says, to answer your question from yesterday, America Shirts is a print-on-demand store that I just started. I don't have a following of any kind as of yet. Due to the past 40 years of policy in the U.S. neither has the manufacturing capacity or the literal machines to make apparel at mass. It sucks. Apparel cannot be manufactured in the U.S. That is not true. Okay, I'm sorry, that's not true. I know I have a friend of mine who started his own clothing company. Every single part of it is made here in the States. I'm friends with them. I want to actually start working with them because of that. But you continue on. It says, however, the cotton is grown and spun in the U.S., the printing is done in the U.S., and my site is based in the U.S. as well. So everything that can be done in the U.S. is done in the U.S. Thanks for the question. To read my answer in full, read on the locals page at Shirts. My page is free to view as well on adamcrigler.locals.com, which you should also join. Thank you for that. I did actually read some of your posts. I saw it. And I mean, as I said, I got to say, I have a friend of mine who started his own business and does the exact same thing. And it's not cheap, it's expensive, but it's quality stuff. You know, if you want to be mass produced, like you said, at mass, I think that's a problem. I don't like mass produced anything. I think that's a problem. I was a model for a long time, so I worked in the fashion industry, and I saw how much they would produce just endless amount of stuff and then throw it out at the end of the season. Next. We don't care about any of this stuff. We say Old Navy is now doing 30 sizes. 30 sizes. And then they do every single season. They're doing all new stuff, all new lines. And it's just like pumping out this crap. And, you know, sure, you can get it made cheaper somewhere else and maybe sell cheap t-shirts. I'll tell you what, though, I'm not going to buy them. I don't want cheap t-shirts. I don't want that stuff. I don't want those cheap t-shirts that are produced elsewhere. I want to buy a t-shirt this shirt, I've had this shirt for 12, 13 years. All of the stuff that I buy is just old, outdated. I've had them forever. I don't, it's not a big deal to me. I don't want new stuff. And if I do get new stuff, it's because I'm supporting somebody that I like. The only shirts that I've gotten in the past, 4 years are concert shirts. I have a Muse shirt from when I saw them in Madison Square Garden a couple years ago. I have a Tool sweatshirt from when I saw Tool last year in early 2020 before everything locked down. And I have some Tom McDonald shirts because I think he's an awesome artist and trying to support him, But my friend's company, 1620, 100% made in America. So the ability to make it in America exists. It's just not cost. It doesn't, you can't compete with these people that are going overseas. That's what you're really doing right there, right? Hold on, 1620 workwear. Let me just show you guys this site because I love these guys. Not only are they made in America, they're guaranteed for life. Of course I want 10% off. These guys are made in America. Where's their about? This is my homie right here, Josh Walker. Now, this guy actually used to be my manager for Burn Helmets because I was sponsored by Burn Helmets when I was a professional skateboarder 10 years ago. And great dude, American-made stuff. So I know it exists. Cheap products suck. You have to get new stuff. These products are guaranteed for life. Oh, you got a hole? Send it in. They'll fix it. Sorry, I'm going on a rant on this stuff, but you super chatted me a bunch here, so I appreciate that. That's why I support this here. American made. My mugs are American made. The ceramic is made. It's printed here in America. Like, it exists. There's a reason why I don't have merch, because I just don't want to do merch unless it's something that I would wear myself, right? I don't want to just wear random t-shirts that, not to call out another show that I used to be on, but like, I don't want to produce random stuff, all right? I don't like that. I don't like that POS shirts that people will get, and then they're just like, they don't wear anymore because they're not comfortable. Like, I want to wear a comfortable shirt. I want to design a shirt that will work forever. 1620. If I can get a hold of these guys and like make a shirt with them, like I would much prefer that. So I'm gonna drink a little. I still have a little coffee here. Anyway, all right. Let's bring back American Made. Make American Made great again. All right. Minion says, "Forge me, Adam. Forge me good." All right, I'll play the Forge. Where's my guitar? You don't want to be like Luke Rudkowski? No, definitely not. I'm going to read some more super chats. Actually, you know what? I think I might jam in another area. I think I might go live on Twitch and play my music over there. I might play maybe a couple songs here. I want to just kind of separate my my show here. What's wrong with Luke? I want to be me. What? I don't want to be anyone else. I would answer, don't you want to be Tim Pool? No, I want to be me. Don't you want to be Luke Krosky? No, I want to be me. I like Luke. I think he is a great reporter and does great work. Whatever. I'm not attacking the guy. You guys seem to be reading way too deep into that. If you guys are reading way too into that comment. Anyway. Yeah, I'm me. He pumps out t-shirts all the time. I'm not about that side of it, okay? Anyway. Let's see. PG says God was with him that night. Hopefully Monday. Yeah, agreed. Norm Iron John says, yes, it's you. No, it is not me. No. You're absolutely wrong. Would I go back to Timcast? No way. No way. I was fired and I will never go back. Let's see. Sejong says, I tried to super chat at Robert Wiles, but this dude copy pasta way ahead of me. Then Chase Fraud Department went nuts on me. Either way, tea giving in Vegas. Let's go. What's tea giving? Thanksgiving in Vegas? I don't. Okay. Oh, we tried to beat him in the super chat? Out super chat him? No, I'm pretty sure you do, Sejong, in a different way. Big Floppa says there's up close footage going around showing the moment before Rosenbaum chases Kyle. Kyle never once raises his rifle before getting chased down. I know. I actually just retweeted that because Jack Posobiec just posted it. I have it right here. But if you look closely, you could see that if you look, he didn't raise his rifle towards Rosenbaum at all. Rosenbaum just starts chasing him. Ridiculous, dude. These people are insane. The Real Hydro says, if Kyle becomes guilty of self-defense, it will set precedents for future cases of self-defense. We have to hope for the best. I agree. I think it's not about Kyle. It's about stopping people being able to defend themselves with force. Lethal force. Joshua Rhodes says, if water was vodka and I was a duck, I would sink to the bottom and never come up. There, got it right this time. Let's go, Brandon. FJB. Love the show, Adam. Thank you, Joshua. Yeah, you definitely got it right that time. I don't remember what it was last time, but it didn't have the same flow as that one did. So, nice job. Let's go, Brandon. Mr. Knox says, guess we're free to say Bethesda is severely running out of ideas. Yeah. Rude Trav says, hey, Adam, what's your Sekiro Soulsborne favorite game from the least to best? My list is Sekiro, Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne. All right. From least favorite to best. Wow. Well, I haven't finished Sekiro. But I love it so far. I want to finish it. I haven't gotten around to it yet. Man, that's tough. Dark Souls 1, and you also forgot Demon Souls, which, how dare you, because that was the first and arguably one of the best ones. Demon Souls is one of the hardest ones also. Wow. So I'm going to go with controversial Dark Souls 2 starting. Then, wow, this is tough. They're all so good. I'll go with Sekiro because honestly I didn't finish it. Dark Souls 2 was just really wonky in many different ways. I still love the game. I love all the games, so that's why it's difficult to go from least favorite to most favorite. I loved Bloodborne. I played it by myself, though. It was very difficult. I beat it by myself solo the whole entire game. Very frustrating. So I'm going to go with, let's see, Dark Souls 2, Sekiro, Dark Souls 3, Bloodborne, Demon Souls, Dark Souls 1. Yes, Dark Souls 1 is my favorite. I think so. That was tough. That was difficult. Sejong says, with a $10 super chat, says, if you are a groomer and a coomer, then you are often going to join youth groups and major education. Fact, youth groups and education are the largest source of pedos. This is not up for debate. Exactly. What do they want to do? They want to be near kids because that's what they want to do. They want to groom them and they want to get near them and infiltrate and groom. That's what they do. Ridiculous. Corey Allen says, if you ain't like this video, then you ain't black. No. That's not how we roll around here. If you don't like it, then you don't like it. And that's all right with me. I don't care. But if you do like it, then do like that. Smash that like button. Sejong says, going to preempt you, Adam, because you can't possibly tell me news about the LGBTQ plus W2EF barbecue community. All right, right on. Jack McCarthy, celebrating 5 months, thank you so much, says, Adam, tell us the story of how you met your wife. Okay, sure. That's a fun story. So I had just left New York for the second time. I needed a break because New York is a crazy place. I moved to live with a friend in California. And a couple days after I moved to California, I was riding for Arbor Skateboards at the time. I was a professional skater. And they called me up like 2 days after being in California. They said, hey, we know you're in town. We need some help in the store. Would you like to, work a couple days just to help us out? I was like, yeah, that's awesome. That gives me something to do. I can come and work there. I can come hang out with my team. The Arbor store in Venice is actually where the corporate office is upstairs. So I got to be around the corporate guys, which Arbor, if you don't know Arbor, they're awesome. I really love Arbor. The company is amazing. They're all about self-sustainability, reusing. They use every little tiny bit of wood that they can into the belt buckles, into the buttons of shirts, and it's really awesome. I love that company. And anyway, so I started working there. And I kid you not, a week later, a beautiful woman walks in with a friend of hers, and I could see my manager, who, whatever, he was a playa, he was constantly talking about the dates that he'd go on and whatever. I could see him, like, he was looking at her like, whoa, she's cute. And I kind of like did a little hop skip to get in front of him to like, hey, can I help you? How can I help? And we started talking. I was helping her with stuff, and it turns out she was Swedish. And I have Swedish heritage. I'm American, but I have my heritage. I have origins in Sweden. My grandmother and her whole family my grandfather, all came from Sweden. I actually have family up in Sweden somewhere. But So it was kind of cool, so I have history in my family with Swedish. I grew up in a lot of Swedish traditions, and we just started talking about just life, and she happened to be a musician, and she wanted to get a skateboard, so I helped her find the right skateboard for her, and we were chatting about things and music. She was a traveler. She was telling me about how she lived in the South Pacific on a boat for half a year. It was just really just an incredibly interesting human being. I was so intrigued by the stories that she had, and she was a traveler, and I love that. And I don't know, that initial meeting turned into 2 hours of me showing her different products. I sold her some sunglasses, and I don't remember what I sold her, a skateboard. And it's funny because her friend that was with her is one of her best friends from Sweden, who they were traveling around the States. They walked out of the store, and her friend looked at her and said, "So, when's the wedding?" Totally as a joke, because, we connected so obviously, so strongly. And, of course, she ended up being my wife, but we went and did karaoke, I think later that night, and it was awesome. She gave me her number on a little Post-it note. I still have that Post-it note. It was I couldn't lose that, and I didn't. Lucky for me, because yeah, and she's now my wife. Yeah, those good memories. We had, and it's funny. I was just working at this Arbor store, right? She was only in town for like another 2 weeks before she had to go back. She had been traveling. She was in New York for a while. She was supposed to go to Burning Man and ended up not, and stayed and hung out with me in California for a week. And she had to go back because she could only be in the States for 3 months because of the way that, if you're not an American citizen, you can only stay at the max 3 months without getting a visa of some sort. I booked myself a ticket. I said, "Hey, can I come back and visit you in Sweden?" She was like, "Sure. I have an RV that you can come stay with me." I was like, "All right, I'm gonna do that." And I bought a ticket, and I followed her, and I lived in Sweden for 3 months. We were in Stockholm, and it was awesome. Man, what great memories we had. And we continued to follow each other back and forth until we got married, and then we didn't have to do that anymore. So, yeah. Did my guitar win her over? Maybe. I did serenade her on the beach. It is true. I did sing her some of my songs, and she said she was very impressed. Yeah. Thanks, guys. I love her. She is amazing. She is my favorite human being, hands down. All right, where was I? So Jack McCarthy, that was my story of how I met my wife. Sejong the Great says, "My child spoke out about class inequality the other day, and the entire subway stood up and clapped." Awesome. Awesome. That's because people know it's BS. They're so pissed. Miss Kitty says, "Does she have a single older brother?" She has a brother, but he's currently dating someone. But he is awesome, and I love my family-in-law as it were. They're awesome, and they're really great people. Really got lucky with my whole situation. But I'm seriously the luckiest person you've never met. Mr. Knox says, "Do we need to say that one quote from Kindergarten Cop loud and proud?" I believe I said it, actually. I didn't say where it was from, but you guys all knew when I said it. You knew. Mr. Knox says, "Maps, pedophiles, need to remind that no one likes them, especially those in the clink. The population will eviscerate them if they knew that they're a kid fiddler." Right. Nobody likes them. And they are really coming out and trying to talk about how it's a normal thing. I look at this. Hold on. Libs of TikTok. They post the most cringy things, but also on point, though. Man, there's so much They post so much random stuff. Look at this.
It makes maps think that they're monsters.
This dude.
That's really problematic in terms of
Can you guys hear this?
It's really hard to cope when you think you're a terrible person because you have attractions that you can't change. Stigma against maps is a problem in part because it makes maps think that they're monsters.
They are monsters. You're a monster if you want to sleep with kids. If you're attracted to children, you're a monster. I don't care. I said it. This dude is a monster. You want to sleep with kids, you're a monster. Do I need to say it again? You're a monster if you want to sleep with kids. Period. Conversation over. Done. Done. I'm done with that conversation. Period. Nobody likes you. You trying to sleep with kids? No one likes you. You're a pedophile, not a map. Trying to redefine what pedophile. Well, pedophile has a negative connotation. No, you trying to sleep with kids. That's what we attach to pedophiles. You change it to maps, we're still going to associate it with you trying to sleep with kids, you monster. Nope. Mess with kids, yo. They're being open about it? All right, fine. Well, guess what? Most people are not about that. I'd say about I have many people. I don't think only these people. Yeah, I am mad because this shit they're being open about wanting to sleep with kids. Ugh. You're disgusting. If you want to sleep with kids, you're a monster. That's it. Period. Disgusting. Ugh. Alpha Zero Omega says, any guy that notices bleeding down there needs to go see a doctor. Stat. That is not normal, healthy bodily function. Agreed. It happened to me once. I was bleeding down there. But I happened to get in an accident skateboarding, and I actually ripped my sack open. I'm not joking. This actually happened to me. I have stitches, or I have a stitch line. Anyway, I had stitches in my my nut sack. I kid you not. All right? Scrotal laceration was the official doctor term for what I had. Anyway. Funny. But yeah, if you're bleeding down there, you should go to the hospital. Yeah, guys, it sucked. Yeah. Thanks for the F in chat. You know what's funny? The doctor told me, yo, if your skateboard was any in a little to the left or a little to the right, you would have blown up one of your nuts. But luckily, it was right in between. Too much information? It's too late. It's too late. The cat's out of the bag. Stop. No, come on. I'm having fun here. It's the truth. It happened. What? I mean, whatever. That's my history. You guys learn something new about me every day. Anyway, where was I at? You guys are funny. Hal says, can you play Ballad of Chasey Lane on your 300th show? I don't know that song. I do not know that song, but I'll listen to it and see if I do know it. I tend to just cover songs that I am familiar with. Oh, Bloodhound Gang. Oh, I don't know it. I'll check it out. That simple note. Scrotal laceration sounds like a sick band name. It's true. That's funny. All right. Sejong says, guys, I think I have legitimately small peanuts. Penis. Do you? Okay. I don't know how much an average penis size is, but mine might legitimately be small. Okay. Thanks for announcing this in the super chat. To make up for all things size and girth, I'll make this coffee roll for anything they choose. Congrats. All right. You guys know the deal. I just rolled the die. Good luck. Have fun. This is for an actual bag of coffee brought to you by Sejong the Great. Thank you, Sejong, very much. Good luck, everybody. Have fun. This is for an actual bag of coffee. Good luck. Have fun. I'll be watching the numbers rolling in. Okay, good luck. Good luck. Here they come. All right, the numbers are rolling in. I'm watching. I'm watching. I gotta be clear. I don't want to mess up because I have missed stuff in the past, so I don't want to mess up. So, and also apologies if I got a little graphic there for anybody. All right, we got a winner. It's 7, Hector. Hector, congratulations. You are the winner. You just won a bag of Crigler coffee. Thank you to Sejong the Great. Fantastic. Okay, hold on. Give me a second. I just want to make sure I have your... There, where's the winners? There we go, winners. Okay, I got it marked down. Hector, congratulations. Yeah, Hector, you won. Congrats. It is 7. All you got to do is email me. My mods will tag you in a second and let you know what to do. Did we get the dice cam? Not yet. Dice cam is coming eventually. I haven't made it a priority, to be honest. Dr. Fox, hey, Dr. Fox says, sup, buddy? I have not been able to super chat. I blame Google. You're my number 69 favorite person. There's a bunch of winks there. So, because 69 favorite person seems pretty far down the list. But thank you. Thank you. All right. Nacho Business says, let's break 1,000. I see we're almost at 1,000 likes. Can we break 1,000 likes? If you haven't smashed that like button, I don't know what you're waiting for. Because, come on, let's do this. Thank you very much. Shanjack says, whatever you do, do not search YouTube for the humble space period. Or for the humble period. Scary, illegal, mind-blowing. They can remove citizen journalism, but not this stuff. I don't even think I want to know whatever that is. Oh, yikes. Kim says this is a common injury among bull riders, not bullfighters. Glad you recovered completely. Yes, I have my opinion on a skateboard being a lethal weapon. Absolutely it is. Absolutely. If you pick it up and swing it at someone's head, you can absolutely kill them. Without a doubt. No, of course. It's big, it's heavy. You hit them in the back of the skull, it could crack their skull and kill someone. It's, yep, definitely. Sejong says, I almost took a job in Lehi, Utah. The pay was awesome and the work was superb. My first night there, I got the eyes from the local girls. The problem was the girls were definitely under 16. Effing LDS. Later Day Saints? Is that what it is? That's a problem. Well. Okay. Meximan and Cheese says the left seems to be stuck in the 2000s, rebelling against the old right. Too many of them are now in their 30s, but still think they are 22 fighting dad. That's a good point. I gotta look at this. I got this person just staring at me right here. I gotta get rid of this because this is absolutely like, can I stop seeing your map face? Ugh, get that pedophile off my screen in front of me. Thank you. I had to take care of that real quick. Giorgio says, I have bipolar and identify as a non-binary lesbian pink shark. My pink is getting hit by dodgeballs. Give me Skittles. Nacho Business with a $5 super chat. Thank you, Nacho. It's one of my mods. Thank you, man. Says, we're whalers on the moon. We carry a harpoon. But there ain't no whales, so we tell tall tales and sing a whaling tune. I don't know exactly how that goes, but it sounds familiar. I don't remember what that's from. Is that from like a Futurama episode? Is it Futurama? I think so. Nacho Business again says an H3 reactor. Oh, is that a thorium reactor? Right. I gotta talk about thorium reactors. They're pretty cool. I'm gonna read this article another day because this is actually pretty cool. He just posted an article. Sejong says Elder Scrolls 15 after you count the re-releases. Yeah. Old World Blue says it just works. Todd Howard. Dude, Todd Howard, this is a message directly to you. Please give the people what they want. A new Elder Scrolls game. Please. We'll stop buying the game. We'll stop remaking it. You're not remaking it. You're just reselling it. Dude, come on. Please, stop. What are you doing with that money? God, so annoying. Rick M. with a $20 super chat says, keep up the great work, Adam. Thank you very much, Rick. I will. Alpha Zero Omega, Bethesda are the laziest publishers. They release broken games and expect the modding community to fix it for them. Don't buy a Bethesda game on release. I'll buy Elder Scrolls 6 on release, Bethesda. I'm not buying Skyrim anymore. I will never buy another Skyrim. I have it. I don't need to. Russell Warner, and they also announced that the mods that currently work for the Elder Scrolls Skyrim games won't work for the new one, so they have to be remodded. Like, oh, cool. Why would people want to do that? They already have... Doom is Bethesda. True, Doom Eternal is an awesome game. I really did enjoy that game a lot. It was awesome right on release. I got to say that. I'll read this. Russell Warner says, Adam, you don't have to read this on the show. I'll read it, of course. He said, but if you like brands that are American-made, top to bottom, in my garage, my company is Carbon D on Etsy, Carbon District Rings on Instagram. Cheers. Cool. I make my own rings, too. I made my wedding ring, actually. It's a silver ring. Oh, you know, that reminds me. Someone actually asked what this line is. I used to have a line that was just scribbled down. Like, I just told the tattoo artist, just do like a line straight down my arm. Like, I don't care. And I actually lost some of it. You can see I have some scar tissue, a lot of scar tissue. This is from skateboarding. I was downhill skateboarding in, where was I? I think I was out in Long Island. There's some decent hills in some of the places in Long Island. And I fell, and I actually ripped off a lot of my skin here. And it was so bad that when it scabbed over, some of the ink came out of my tattoo. I kid you not. I actually picked out the ink and I was like, oh, what's this? And threw it away. And only after it healed did I realize that I lost some of the ink in my tattoo. Now, this was actually a new tattoo. This was redone. This is done by Maggie of Gnostic Tattoo in Brooklyn. Shout out to Gnostic Tattoo because they have incredible tattoo artists there. They're located in Bed-Stuy, Bushwick. It's like Bushwick, whatever. And awesome tattoo spot. And she does incredible line work. As you can see, it's so crisp. I think it's a little this area. I mean, I'll always just have scar tissue there because I fell a lot as a skateboarder. You know, you fall and it's part of skateboarding, really. Okay. Chris says, what is that? A P with 3 slashes. It's 250, but it's the same color as like a $10 super chat. So I don't know what this means. Hey, the Crigler Show. I've been trying to reach out to you to chat about self-hosted social media platform I'm working on. American-made, rare conservative developer here. Interesting. Okay. Do me a favor. Go post on adamcrigler.locals.com. I will probably see it. A lot of people try to send me messages on Instagram. I don't tend to look on my Instagram messages because there's a lot of them there. I don't have my DMs open on Twitter either. So that's probably the best place to try to get a hold of me, or maybe thecriglershow@gmail.com. Send me an email. Alexander says, instead of going out to find worlds, we should use nuclear engines to push massive bodies from the asteroid belt and the Kuiper belt to make new worlds. Yeah, but that's you don't understand. We don't fully understand how interconnected the solar system is. If we do that, that will alter, that'll alter the way that our solar system is currently working. And if we mess with that, we can also alter our own trajectory in the solar system. And we have the Goldilocks zone right now. The Earth is in a zone. We have the moon, like all this stuff. The solar system has it perfect for us. If we start manipulating where things are sitting, we might change the trajectory of Earth and completely destroy all life. You know what I mean? So we have to think about that. We can't be moving the massive bodies from the asteroid belt. They're in there for a reason. Okay? Mining them is a good idea. Maybe. But also moving them maybe is a bad idea. So, yeah, I don't think we would want to do that. Mazel says, to Twitch. Let's go, baby. Yeah, I'll be heading over to Twitch later. Russell says, autocorrect got me. It's Etsy. It's Carbon District. Oh, okay. Right on. Yeah, I'll check you out. Mark G says, at least Crigler Coffee produces an American-made coffee mug. That's the best Crigler merch. Wish some other mugs were made in America. Cough, cough, louder with Crowder. Cough, 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 cough. Yeah, I seriously have one piece of merch for all of my stuff. And this is it. That's it. It's this mug. And it's made in America. I can't show you the bottom, but it says, there's a little sticker that says made in America. Wait, hold on. That is delicious coffee. But thank you, Mark G. I appreciate that, man. Midnight Queen with $10 super chat says, fast fashion can die. History bounding / historical fashion. Seasons should be 5 to 10 years long. Clothes would frequently get recycled to the newest fashion. Yeah, yay for going backwards on something. Right? I love that idea. Magnum Express celebrating 7 months. Thank you so much for that membership. Says pretty soon we're going to go from can it run Doom to can it run Skyrim? I know, right? That's a good point. So for those who don't know, Doom was one of the first. Is it the first? No, Wolfenstein I think is the first-person shooter. But then Doom kind of opened the world of first-person shooter multiplayer. All right, it was groundbreaking what these guys did in the 90s, and it's awesome. So Doom has kind of been that standard of, well, can it run Doom, the computer? Now can it run Skyrim, which is a pretty big game. I mean, Skyrim is amazing. Skyrim VR, incredible. If you have the chance to play Skyrim VR, absolutely, it's amazing. Mark with a $10 super chat says, people need to watch Yuri Bezmenov's lectures on YouTube and read Active Measures by Thomas Rid. Perfect commentaries on the ideological subversion happening in America. You're right, and Yuri Bezmenov was also right a long time ago, back in the 80s. Billy Boggs asks my thought on the Rittenhouse trial. I've talked about it a lot this week. I've had a couple guests. Quarter Black and Garrett and I talked about it. Me and Jeremy from the Quartering talked about it yesterday. I'll probably talk about it next week when they finally render the verdict. I kind of took a break from it today because it was a lot of Rittenhouse stuff. Sure, it gets a lot of clicks, but that's not really what I'm after. Metastep says, don't think I've been getting notifications for your Twitch stream. I believe I've been kicked from your Discord server. The name there, Tommy Trees. Really? Why would you get kicked from my Discord server? Interesting. I will check if, I don't know why someone would have gotten rid of, booted you from the Discord channel. When did that happen? Let me see. Just rejoin. I'll see if I can do something about that. I don't know how it works, actually. Let's see. American Shirts. Okay, he's responding. Says, well, I won't not send super chats with codes anymore. I respect you and your opinion. I do not want to make you read off things you do not believe in. You can. I will just add commentary, which is what I do. I commentate on the super chats. So, hey, if you want to support your business, hey, man, don't get me wrong. I want your business to succeed. It seems like you're really trying to get a business going, and I think it is a problem that we don't have American manufacturing, and we need to bring it back. We need to make our own stuff here. We need to not be reliant on other countries where there isn't any regulations. So I wasn't necessarily knocking your business, okay? Don't think that. I do absolutely appreciate that what you're trying to do. You're trying to compete with these huge corporations that make cheap T-shirts that people buy because they're cheap, and it sucks because most people would rather spend on a cheap shirt instead of buying an expensive shirt that will last them a long time versus a shirt that will shred apart and fall apart because they don't know. You know what I mean? It's kind of silly. Metastep says, I'm not sure when it happened. Hadn't been there in a while. Every so often we do purge people who have been inactive for a long time. So that's probably what happened. So feel free to rejoin. There's always a link to my Discord is there a link in my description below? I'm not actually sure. There might be a link in the description below. If not, you can go to my Twitch channel, Commodore Crigler. There's a link to my Discord there. The courting just said, regulate my balls. Bring it on. My balls have been through the ringer. All right. I've had my stuff lacerated. What you got? What you got, Jeremy? Huh? Bring it on. That's right. What kind of forge did your balls go through, huh? That's right. My balls got absolutely shredded by a skateboard. What you got? You got nothing. Oh, thank you, Lisa Ball. Lisa Ball in chat just says, Adam looks so handsome now. Well, thank you. Oh, I appreciate it. Where was I here? Martin says, 1619 reminds us it's only been 400 years since they got out of Africa. 4,000 years earlier, the rest of us took the long way, here improving along the way. I don't like that super chat. I don't like that. I think that's I disavow that super chat. Sejong says, "Aw, Adam, you and Nish are too cute." Pinch. Oh, thank you. Hal says, "Is your wife as hot as Lydia?" Oh, God. Oh, ugh. Seriously? You think she's hot? God. You haven't seen my wife? My wife is beautiful. What? Oh, God. You have a seriously weird taste in women. That Simple Nope says, scrotal laceration sounds like a sick band name. Absolutely agree. John Hoyle says, didn't need or want to know that ever. Well, too bad. You will now know it forever and ever. Hilarious. Sejong says, so float or sink? We all float around here. Maps on Twitter. Why exactly did we do away with burning at the stake? Oof. Wow. I mean, I don't like violence at all, but maps are gonna maps. And, gosh. Yeah. Oh, that's why chat was talking about that person earlier. Ugh. Gosh. Horrendous woman. Mark G says, helmets and cups are awesome. All right. What are we talking about here? Metastep says, glad you didn't literally bust a nut. But yep, it's true. I did not. Oh, thank you, chat. Chat's talking about how amazing my wife is also as a person. I agree. Let's see. Last Crow says, listen to Law, son of Bradley from Sublime's band. Excuse me. Listen to Law, son of Bradley from Sublime's band. Oh, Bradley's son has a band named Law? Oh, I gotta check them out. Law, the band. Okay, I'm gonna check that out after the show, because American rock band originating from Ohio that was active throughout the 70s. Wait, what? Maybe it's The Law? I don't know. I'll have to look into it, but I really would like to see stuff from Bradley's son. That's awesome. Shout out to Bradley. Rest in peace, bud. The Eagles Tower with the $10 super chat says, it's my birthday today. 30 years old. As part of my birthday celebration, I bought another 2-pound bag of Crigler coffee and another mug. I'm staying stocked up. Thank you so much. You're celebrating your own birthday by supporting me on multiple fronts. Thank you so much. All right, look, chat. Let's get a round of applause. A happy birthday. Shout out some cheers. Put some emotes in there. Give Eagles Tower a happy birthday. Happy birthday, Eagles Tower. Thank you for your support. I really do appreciate that. That is awesome. I really do appreciate that. I really do. Mark G says, F Todd Howard. Okay. Sejong says, so to amplify my story, I got my burrito and retreated post-haste, and the dang bartender explained what the heck was happening. What is that from? Is that from something? I don't know. Minion says, I posted a cool Doom Kyle R pic in your parlor. Oh, okay. I checked that out. Was it? Did you post it on today's episode? I just kind of want to see this real quick. Oh my gosh. Okay, I've seen it. Very nice. The great and powerful Will says, I got a buddy of 15 years go to prison for kid pics. It rocked me to my core. Someone I trusted for so long, I cared so deeply for. What would you do? If I found out one of my friends had like sick kid pics, they wouldn't be my friend anymore. That's a line. I don't cross that line. You want to cross that line, you are instantly someone that I do not want to associate with. Period. That sucks, man. Sometimes, you don't know people. Yeah, you don't know people. Is Parler back? Yeah, Parler's been back for a while. I don't use it much. I just kind of post my shows on there. Every day I turn it in. Sejong says the solar system doesn't move like an atom. It moves like a bullet, and people would be best to remember that. Changes equals disaster. Right, exactly. We're actually moving through the Milky Way, right? Because we reside in the Milky Way. We're one of billions and billions of stars in the Milky Way. It's a huge thing. That's what you see, that Milky Way strip. It's like we're part of that, actually. We're in it, and we're moving through it. And if we alter the trajectory of any of the planets of our solar system, we could totally disrupt the entire balance, and that could be devastating. Sejong says the question will always be, can it run Crisis? Is that a dinosaur game? I don't remember that one. Michael says, wish me luck. Tomorrow morning, if I'm lucky, I'll fill my freezer with a year's worth of red meat and hamburger. I'm a meat hunter, not a trophy hunter. Good for you. I respect that. Good luck, and thank the kill if you get one. I hope you do. People might be like, oh, but he's vegan. I don't eat meat. I don't drink milk. I don't have any milk or any dairy of any kind. I haven't had eggs in a long time, so I don't really eat eggs. I did eat a couple eggs over the summer, but I knew I met the chickens. They were from chickens with names and not chickens with numbers. I think that's a big difference. Robert says, hey, Adam, I don't have the money to do this, but I don't know if I sent it right. Usually when I send it an email saying I won't have gotten my bag yet. Well, we don't always, I'm not sure what that refers to, but if you sent an email, they will respond eventually. Mazza says, you want to compare ball shreddage? Uh-oh. Try messing up with a straight edge razor, Criggy. Regulate these balls. Oh, well, you did that to yourself. So you telling me you cut your own nutsack? Oof, bro. That sucks. And that's terrible. I'm sorry. Sejong says, I need to clear the air here. Nishra is nothing like a certain redhead. That woman is the kind of bad lay you meet on a Wednesday in a port town. Oh my gosh. I have some things I would respond, but I don't want to get in trouble. The Eagles Tower says, I'm an author, and I'm that stereotypical author who must have his tea or coffee when at work. Your coffee is my official go-to coffee now. Oh, thank you so much. That's awesome. I'm the same way, actually. When I used to write a lot of my music, I would go to this coffee shop in New York called Mud, and I would sit in the back, and I would drink coffee for a few hours, just free refill coffee, just sit there and drinking coffee, writing music, and just kind of hanging out. Love that. Batgoat with a $10 super chat says, Mr. Carnery, you've answered Threve, a combination of 3 and 5, and let's see what you've wagered. The state of Texas with a $. Simply amazing. Great, dude. That was good times, right? Back when SNL still had a sliver of humor, right? Mazo said, that's how I roll. That's how I get them ladies. Clean scrot, huh? All right. Mr. Squiggle says, I bet Lydia leaves the toilet seat up. You guys are funny, and let's not start doing Lydia super chats, please. I won't read them. All right, so please stop with that. I don't care to talk about that woman or that show. I might bring it up sometimes, but seriously, let's disperse with that kind of stuff. Just forewarning you, if you super chat me about this moving forward, I think I shouldn't have read the ones I did read, so yeah. Anyway, I'm gonna play a few songs, for those who are hanging out with me. Hey, we hit 1,000 likes. Thanks for letting me know, Kim. I didn't even notice. Dude, 1,053 likes. Thank you guys so much. That is amazing. All right. Okay. Someone wants The Forge. I don't want to play too many songs. I might play like an actual show later on. She's amazing. What's wrong with you? Yeah, I know a lot more than you. That's why. You fear what you don't understand and place blame on anyone you can besides yourself. Well, you should be ashamed, 'cause you're responsible on how you handle change. Hold yourself accountable. You define who you are. You define who you are. Welcome to the Forge. Are you the same? Are you different? Burnt on the flames of your existence. We all burn the same. There's no difference. We must learn to live with our decisions. Life, call it what you will. It's a blessing or a curse, depending how you feel. Are you afraid of what they think? Are you here to entertain? I know who you are. Don't you know who you are? Welcome to the Forge. Are you the same? Are you different? Burnt on the flames of your existence. We all burn the same. There's no difference. We must learn to live with our decisions. All of them. We must move forward. Welcome to the Forge. Just doesn't sound the same to me without a like a steel string guitar. It's weird. It just feels so wrong. Sejong says, boom, boom, lighters up. The man is on fire. Thank you, Sejong. Oh, Darth Call coming in hot. Thank you so much, says, rock on, my brother. Rock on. Definitely awesome. A good sabering earlier. That was awesome. Kokiri Kid with a $25 super chat says, a local troubadour was covering your song, Melancholy Hellhound, outside of Publix. Your songs may be more popular than you think. Are you serious? You saw a busker singing my song outside of a Publix? That is so cool. No way. That's awesome. Wow. Well, I don't want your money. I just want some wine. Give me some of your honey. I promise I'll take my time. Oh, welcome to the heartache. It always feels the same. Yeah, I find myself growing senseless onto the pain. Yeah, you can stretch and crawl to figure it out, but in the end it's just me. I don't want your pity, and I don't want no lies. Yeah, life gets shitty. Oh, and then you die. Oh, welcome to the heartache. Try not to lose your way. Yeah, like trudging through the muddy waters, oh, without fame. Yeah, you can scratch and crawl to figure it out, but in the end, there's just me. Oh, well, I still get that feeling, yeah, of judgmental eyes. Only difference being, it's just not worth my time. Yeah, 'cause I welcome all that heartbreak. Yeah, but every break's just mine. Those tears remind me I'm alive. Yeah, you can scratch and crawl to figure it out, but in the end, it's just me. All right, thank you guys. That was Melancholy Hellhound. Mom says Chicago, even if she didn't say it. All right, I'm gonna play 2 more songs. I'm pretty hungry. I want to go get some dinner. Like button smash. Thank you so much for all them smashes. Can we get to 1100? We're almost there. We're at 1090. Let's get to 11. Can we do it? 10 more likes. Let's do it. All right. There it is. Okay. Let's dance to Chicago. Heard it on the radio from a car driving by as you walked away, as you walked away. Just tell me what you need to know, make it happen if I can. All the stairs of red. I'll let you in this time instead. Just tell me what you need and now I'll make it happen if I can. I just wanna dance with you all the way home. I just wanna dance with you all the way to Chicago. Thank you guys so much. That is Chicago. Ronald Moran, thank you very much for that membership. Congratulations. Thank you for joining the Addams family. You can now actually spin the UFO. Thank you so much. Seriously, guys, if you are a member, thank you all for your support, and thank you for the new member, Ronald. You can now spin the UFO yourself. Please do, and let's see all those UFOs in chat from all the members. You guys can all spin the UFO. I see a lot of members talking. I want to see some UFOs. Thank you so much, guys. You guys are amazing. Wow, Sejan the Great with another $50 super chat says, first time hearing Chicago in forever. Love it. We are all on your side, Adam. I remember when this channel was struggling. I am so proud you've gotten this far. Do with this as you want. Mugs, coffee, etc. Thank you so much, Sejong. You know what? I'm gonna send somebody a bag of coffee who definitely deserves it, and I want it to be a surprise, but I'm gonna tell them it's from you, okay? And I know exactly who it's going to. Just know that they're gonna get it, and they're gonna know it's from you, okay? So hopefully they'll actually tag you in chat and be like, thanks, because I know that they frequent this channel. All right. I'm just gonna play one more. My sister's actually coming here to visit with her twins, who are my newest niece and nephew. I have many nieces and nephews. I think 8 now. My goodness, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 nieces and nephews. Both my sisters are just baby makers, and they're all amazing. I love my nieces and nephews, and they're here. So I'm gonna play one more, and then I'm gonna call it because they were gonna stop. I think I hear them talking in the other room, so I'm gonna go hang out with them. You know what? I really do want to go visit, and they're here, so I'm gonna play a few more songs later on my Twitch channel when I go live. I'm gonna go live on Twitch later on tonight, so you can catch me playing some more music actually on my Twitch channel. Cause why not? You know, I have a Twitch channel. I go live later on. I play games on it, but I'm gonna play some music as well. I really do want to go see my niece and nephew. I've only met them a few times, so I'm just kind of excited. I hope you guys understand. But thank you all for joining. I really do love you all for the support. Everyone who's still here, you guys are seriously legends for just your support. You guys are amazing. Carnell says, exhausted from being in court all week? Tired of resting binger face? Foaming at the mouth with rage due to unconstitutional conduct from prosecution? Get based with a mug of Crigler coffee. That's pretty good, dude. That's pretty good. We should probably cut that and use that somewhere. Anyway, guys, thank you so much. That is my show. That is Friday night. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Do something lovely. Call someone you love. Tell someone that you never told them before, if you love them, that you love them. Don't be afraid. Be bold and have a great time. And I'll see you Monday. Thank you guys and have a great weekend.